Hi, this is Scott with Aviation Kit Builder. Today we're down at Sun and Fun 2022 in Lakeland, Florida. So for those who haven't been to Sun and Fun, it's a little bit like Oshkosh or AirVenture up in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. If you haven't been there, it's more than an air show. They call it an aviation expo. And it's a little bit vendor displays, a little bit air show, a little bit fly-in, and it's just a great combination of things. I would say if you are familiar with Oshkosh or AirVenture, it's smaller, but it's much the same parts. And I wouldn't even say it's a lot smaller. I went to Oshkosh for my first time last year, and I've been to Sun and Fun probably 6 or 7 times over the years. And they have the same parts. They have the under the wing camping. They have the vendor tents. They have the learning opportunities about everything having to do with aviation. They have the warbirds. They have the air shows daily. They have a night air show. So it's a really a cool combination of things, and it really, you can spend all day looking around to your heart's content at just about anything that is your fancy within aviation. So food, non-aviation related trinkets, tools. If you're building a plane, every vendor is there. If you're maintaining your plane, upgrading your plane, it's all there. So the logistics of getting to and staying at Sun and Fun, it lasts from Tuesday through Sunday. I found that the Tuesday, Wednesday days are the slowest, and if you want to have time to talk to a vendor, that's when you're going to have your best luck. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you get a lot of people who are coming in for the air shows, the night air shows, and just because it's a weekend, it seems to be a whole lot busier. So if you like a little slower pace, Tuesday morning is really good. If you're building a plane, fixing up a plane, upgrading, renovating, new avionics, you're going to have a little more time to speak with vendors because it's just a little bit slower in my experience. The ways to get into Sun and Fun: you can fly in, you can drive in, you can bring your RV, you can bring your tent, you can sleep under your wing of your plane, you can stay in nearby hotels. Tampa is nearby. Orlando is also somewhat nearby. There are hotels in Lakeland, but you do have to plan ahead. I believe there's some VRBO, Airbnb type opportunities that people set up for Sun and Fun because it is a big regional event. So if you're familiar with, again, with Oshkosh, you'll understand sort of the setup. If you're not, you have a lot of options, and there's a lot of stuff online from the Sun and Fun folks detailing exactly what your options are, how to set up for camping, bringing your RV, camping under your wing, that sort of thing. So planning out your day. If you want to do classes, there's a lot of classes. You can set up your online schedule, figure out where they are. They're not all in the same place, much like Oshkosh. Figure out what vendors you want to meet with, what aircraft companies you want to go tour their latest products, get all that mapped out. There's usually an air show. I think there's every single day there's an afternoon air show that starts at 1 or 1:30. There's a night air show on 2 nights, on Wednesday and Saturday night this year. I assume that's a standard. And the night air show starts at 7. They do a balloon glow, and then they have a night air show. It is really fun. The night air show is really fun. The sun goes down, it's a little cooler, and they put on a real show for you. Lots of lights and smoke, and it's just a really neat effect watching a night air show if you've never seen one. Definitely try to put that into your itinerary. The tips, it's hot. It's South Florida, Central Florida. It's springtime, moving right into summertime. You need to be prepared that it's going to be high 80s, low 90s, and it's going to be really high humidity. So the usual tips for that: water, drink lots of water, bring water, have water with you. Have a hat, sunglasses, sunscreen. Protect yourself, especially if you haven't been out in the heat yet because it's the first time of the year. Just be prepared for that. Wear comfortable shoes, comfortable clothing. You can walk miles and miles at Sun and Fun. It's spread out. A lot of it you're going to be walking around grass. There's ants and such things. You just got to be careful. You can stay on sidewalks, but it might take you outside. You may have to walk a little further. There's several different areas at Sun and Fun to look around. In the sort of the central core, you have AOPA and EAA have tents. You have a lot of food vendors. There's 4 large hangars full of every vendor known to man. Then there's some separate areas that are a little more outlying. There's they call it, I think, Paradise City, and it's sort of the light sport area. And you can actually test fly you can get up with a vendor and test fly gyrocopters and light sport aircraft. They have their own separate runway, and I believe they can operate it pretty independently of the main runways, so they can get more flights in. It's also just fun to sit out there and kind of watch the planes come and go. There's also an ultralight area in that same area. Then there's kit-built aircraft parking. There's warbird parking. There's tent camping areas, and all of that is sort of spread out around the different parts of the property. So you've got a pretty good array of things to look at and wander around and see. So, in a little shout out to my fellow sling builders, I wanted to thank the people at Midwest Sky Sports. I had a good conversation with them. Sling Aircraft, Midwest Panel Builders, both Adam and Steve. They've been real helpful for me. Had a good conversation with them today. The folks at Aethra, I'll be buying an oxygen system for my aircraft from them. Really revolutionary stuff, and it's very cool. The owner is incredibly knowledgeable about everything about oxygen. Definitely stop by and see him if you're in the market. Evoke Aircraft Design is doing my paint scheme for my aircraft. And they've done a really good job, and I'll probably put a video out on all of these different vendors later on. But that sort of wraps up day one. I'm going to post this video tonight, but if anybody wants to comment and let me know if there's something they want to see tomorrow, I'll be at Sun and Fun Day 2 all day and into the night watching the night air show. So if there's something you want to see, let me know, and I'll try to get by, take some picture, take some video, and report back on my next video. Thank you. Like and subscribe kind of helps let me know that some people are watching, and have a good day.